How to escape the 9 to 5. I want to escape the 9 to 5 routine. I want to find work that's rewarding, that's fulfilling, and that gives me back energy. And I'm sure a lot of you people out there are also on the same pathway, also have the same kind of interest in that respect, that you want to get away from a 9 to 5 if you don't like the 9 to 5 that you're doing, and you want to create a lifestyle that's more aligned to who you are. So that's basically what I want to do. I want to create a lifestyle that's more aligned to who I truly am, a lifestyle that kind of serves my true self. And I did a bit of research online, and so for anyone out there who's also on that pathway, what they're saying that you should do is set up your own business, start your own business. That's option 1. Option 2 is work remotely. Option 3 is to work as a freelancer. Those are very valid options on how to escape the 9 to 5 routine that can give you a sense of financial freedom, a sense of energetic freedom, and find some rewarding find a rewarding lifestyle from that. But I mean, obviously, starting your own business is not easy, and this is not about doing stuff that's easy, but it's about doing stuff that's aligned to who you really are, doing work that's aligned to who you really are. So do I want to start a business? No. Do you? That's up to you. It's a decision. Do I want to work as a freelancer? Yes. I think working as a freelancer is an option that I would like to explore. I haven't completely discovered what type of freelance work I would like to do, but I would like to work as a freelancer in some capacity. Now, so I'm an actor, I'm a trained actor. If I'm not working as an actor, then I tend to do work that's not always rewarding. And I want to be doing work that's 100% rewarding, that gives me back energy, and that allows me to live a life that's more in tune with who I am and more of a fulfilling life, So that's why I'm now creating this content to basically, discover what I can do that's going to allow me to be more true to who I am and not feel drained at the end of the day, because I just feel tired. That's what this video is really about. I just feel tired, and I'm sure a lot of you out there feel really tired sometimes from work, and you just want to be in a situation where you don't always feel drained, and you're having to spend your weekends recovering and recharging your batteries. I don't think that life's about that. I don't think that life is about just surviving, scraping by, and then trying to recover your energy and trying to cram enjoyment in a couple of days off, and sometimes not even being able to do that because the bills are so high or your lifestyle is so expensive. And when I say lifestyle, I'm just referring to bills, as in rent and all these basic things that we need to pay. Sometimes that ends up being too expensive, and so the only thing you can do is just about pay those things off. And I basically want to come off that, and I'm sure a lot of people are sick and tired of that routine of just being able to scrape by. And so if I was to find a life that is more aligned with the lifestyle that I want to live, then maybe I'd be more happier, and I wouldn't be always looking forward to the days off that I have to find some sort of fulfillment and happiness. So that's what I'm trying to do now. That's what I want to do. I want to merge that dream world with my real world and find a way of being more connected to who I am and to what it is that I'm actually interested in. I'm interested in nature. I'm interested in art, in particularly surrealism. Surrealism is a type of art that I really enjoy watching. observing, and just to have a little moment on surrealism. So surrealism, the whole concept is about merging the unconscious mind with the mind, the conscious mind, the everyday functioning world. And that's very interesting because it makes me think that what surrealism is attempting to do is kind of merge those dreams, those inner imaginative thoughts that we have with the real world. So it's like me talking about wanting to create a life that's more fulfilling can be seen as the kind of unconscious urges that I'm picking up from my intuition, which are encouraging me to create a life that's more in tune with who I really am. So that would be merging that dream world with the real world, my everyday world. So currently, what most people are living is a world that's cut off from who they truly are, a world that's cut off from the intuitive self, the true self. So you're working in jobs, I'm working in jobs that's not fulfilling, that's not connected to who you are, and then you're having to recover the energy that you lost from doing those jobs on the weekend or in the evenings or when you have time off to then connect with who you really are. Whereas if we were doing stuff that was always aligned with who we really are, then we wouldn't need to be recovering all the time from, it's like being injured where we're in a constant state of recovery. It's like a kind of sickness. Yeah, it kind of is a sickness because we're forcing our being to do stuff that we don't necessarily want to do to survive, and then we're having to recover from the injury that is caused to our soul and that is caused to our spirit, and the injury that's caused to our mind, because our mind starts to feel depressed, it starts to feel drained, it starts to feel worthless. In the form of negative thoughts. You can easily spiral into a kind of mental turmoil, and you can just go down a real wormhole when you're not necessarily doing something that's rewarding. The mind can really play around with you and actually put you down. But when you're doing something that you actually love and enjoy, the opposite happens. You get a lot of positive thoughts, you get a lot of inspiration from the mind. So it's a very tricky scenario, because how do you manage to be in a continual state of fulfillment? So that's the whole discovery. Intuitively, I would say it's just following your intuition, following those inclinations and acting upon them. But it's not always easy to find a lifestyle that actually allows you to live in society which is aligned with those inner thoughts. So what I'm trying to say is it's not always easy to earn money from following your intuition, and that's the whole journey that I'm trying to take. I suppose it doesn't really matter if it's easy, does it? Because it's about if this journey is going to actually give me fulfillment, then it shouldn't really matter if it's hard work, because at the end of the day, that hard work is going to actually be rewarding, and it's actually going to serve who I am, and it's not going to drain my energy. So I think that really and truly, sometimes, putting in long hours into what you want to do, it actually helps. I'll give you an example. If I'm performing, I don't really feel drained. I don't feel emotionally drained when I'm working on a show, and I don't really mind how many hours it is. But when I'm doing other jobs, you know, internally, I'm constantly thinking about the time and thinking about the weekend and thinking about what I'm gonna do to recover from the energy that I'm losing from doing this thing. So it's about trying to find a way that I'm not in a constant state of recovery, and I'm more in a state of flow that allows me to be in a fulfilled state and gives me energy, you know. So finding work that's aligned with who I am, and finding work that is aligned with my intentions. Yeah, so, and that's what this is. This is just an intuitive discovery, a self-discovery, that's going to allow me to really discover and help you discover what it is that's going to allow you to create that sort of freedom and be in a situation that a life that is connected to who you are can emerge. And I'm sure there's people out there that are actually living, there's plenty of people out there that are living a life that is more aligned to who they are, and they're not necessarily struggling to connect with who they are.